B2B customer video testimonials. Why should you invest in them? What makes a great one? And how do you easily collect, create, and track the return on investment? There's a lot on this topic, and we're going to unpack as much as we can in this video. But just as a heads up, there are more actionable tips and resources and guides in the description below you can check out. Also, I invite you to subscribe to our channel if you want to learn more about B2B video marketing. Let's get started. Why should I invest in video testimonials? In today's world, it's pretty hard to refute or ignore the priority and need for video. But of all the video types that you could create, customer videos are one of the most versatile investments you can have. Here are 5 major marketing and sales issues that video testimonials can help address. Struggling with building prospect trust or industry credibility. Long sales cycles with many decision makers. Poor engagement on proposals. Difficulty explaining how your product works or the outcomes one can get, or you just don't have enough leads converting. See, video testimonials are one of the few types of content that you can use through the entire marketing funnel. Here's some real world examples that I've seen. From top of the funnel, video testimonials, they can boost your awareness in social and advertising campaigns. I've seen up to 5 times more engagement on customer content like this compared to other corporate-led posts. Then you have middle of the funnel. One of the best roles here is increasing your conversions on landing pages or email campaigns or retargeting ad campaigns. I've seen anywhere between 15 to 40% increase in click-through rates. Then you have bottom of the funnel. I've seen it play a huge role here in improving close rates, reducing your overall sales cycles up to 41% when strategically placed. Okay, at this point, the benefits of customer video testimonials should be pretty plain to see. But then comes the question of, well, how do I capture and create good ones that work? How do I know if I've got a good one? How do I efficiently collect and add them to my strategy? And how do I get the return on investment that I've made into them? Now you're asking the right questions. Let's unpack each one of these. What makes a great video testimonial? Salesforce is a great company. I totally recommend them. Now, is that a testimonial? Some might say yes. I would say no. I mean, it's a nice statement, but it really is the opposite of a convincing testimony. It's missing the real power that lies in sharing the impact that a business has made in someone's life or business. Basically, the story itself. There are a few key characteristics of a great customer testimonial story. Let's look at them. First up, what makes a great customer testimonial is an emotionally engaging narrative. You need to capture your customers' before state, life before working with you. You want to see their frustration and their pain. You want to be able to feel it and see it on their face and hear it in their voice. See, that's one of the powers of having it on video versus other formats. You get your prospective buyer capturing all that nonverbal communication and nodding their head saying, oh yeah, I feel that. I had that same pain, that same problem. After you've captured the before state, then you want to capture your customers' after state, life after working with you. You want to feel their excitement once the problem has been removed and fixed. And then the potential buyer can identify and really get into the shoes of the customer who's on video. And they can say, ooh, I want that same experience. I want to feel what they feel. How do you make this happen? Well, to make sure you get these emotions, you want to ask follow-up questions in your customer interview. Like, oh, interesting. Okay. How did that make you feel? Frustrated? Angry? Overwhelmed? How is your team feeling about all this? Granted, it can be difficult to capture these emotions, but lean into it. Focus on getting these emotions, and the power of your customer story will be exponentially better for it. Second part on what makes a great customer testimonial is detail and specificity. The more details that you can share of your customer story and their experience, the more concrete and real it gets for your viewer, the more impact it can make on your prospect. See, by keeping the story too high level, it can decrease your overall viewer engagement, but also it can fail to ground your product in reality, that it actually solves a real business challenge and could fail to then convince your buyer of the promised outcome. All right, how do you do this? How do you increase details in your story? When you're interviewing your customer, ensure you include questions in the interview that ask the who, the where, the how, the when, not just the what. That'll help you get these details and then ground your story, helping increase your overall engagement and buyer trust. And third point on what makes a great customer testimonial is demonstrating tangible impact. What impact has your solution made on your customer? The best customer stories clearly articulate this. And now, businesses are built on numbers, so it's fantastic when you can have real numbers, KPIs, results they've achieved. For example, a 400% increase or 1,000 hours saved. But even if you don't have that, the impact could be emotional. It could be something physical, or it could be just clearly articulating the change in overall state. Now, how do you do this? Depending on your business, this can be the hardest part. Often customers can be happy, but not really clear on what their return on investment was. Sometimes you need to do the heavy lifting of discovering that. If you're a software company, maybe you're pulling the numbers for them ahead of time. Maybe you need to talk with other departments and start to piece the puzzle of the larger picture together for them. Whether the impact is hard numbers or more soft, like an emotional state change, the better you articulate this tangible impact, the stronger your customer story will be at converting potential buyers. How do I collect, create, and track the return on investment of video testimonials? In this video so far, we've looked at why video testimonials are a great investment, what makes a great one, and now we're going to look at what is the process of collecting and creating these video testimonials and then tracking their performance. There are 5 steps we're going to unpack together. Step number 1, determining the recording format and logistics. This could be you with a video crew going out on location to your customer. It could be asking your customers to record something on their own and sending it back to you. Or this could be done remotely via online remote interview. Now, how do you know which option is right for you that I've just shared? Here's a couple ideas or thoughts to keep in mind to choose. If getting the highest quality video footage possible is really important to you, then go on location. Nothing beats that. If getting lots of customers on video is really important and you want to do it really cheap and the most efficient, then probably having them record on their own is the right option. Or if you're looking for a balance of quality, efficiency, and cost, then you're going to want to choose remote interview. Each one of these options you can do on your own, or you could hire a video partner to help you do it. For more help and actionable tips on these different options, take our free quick quiz. The link is in the description below. Once you've got your recording option decided, the second step is to craft a story outline and a question list. This is where you define what are the questions you're going to ask your customer to pull out a really compelling story that your potential buyer actually wants to watch. I suggest breaking that question list into 3 parts for better organization and conversation flow. First is the problem section. The goal here is to capture a picture of what life was like before your product. Second is the solution section, capturing the story of discovering the solution and why they chose yours. And then third, results, capturing what your customer has achieved by using your product. You can check out our full interview question template for more details on this step. With your questions ready, now comes step number 3, identifying the customer and getting them to say yes. In this step, you're going to want to involve your sales and customer service team. Together, you can either build a one-time list of customers, or even better, create a process for ongoing, regularly identifying these testimonial candidates. Then with your team, you can reach out to the customers. Don't underestimate this step. Too many people assume it'll be a piece of cake, and it usually isn't the case. To increase the odds of your customers saying yes, here are a few tips. Craft some email templates that are ready for your team to use, and keep those emails very short to begin with. Don't have a long process explaining it. Just start off with a simple email. Initiate the contact through the person with the strongest relationship with your customer, and reach out as soon as your solution has made a significant impact. Timing matters, as well as incentive. Ideas would be physical rewards, swag, maybe financial incentives. This could be gift card or discount or free product, or maybe it's just intangible, an experience, or maybe just focus on promoting their story. For more information on this step, check out our complete guide and video series on getting the yes. We have lots of email templates and stuff in there. All right, you've got customers identified. You've reached out to them and you've captured lots of this raw footage using that recording option you've chosen, and your customers are saying all these delightful, happy things about you. Now comes step number 4. Edit that raw footage into content that converts. Most likely, the raw footage that you captured is not ready to be put out into your marketing efforts. If you want to start simple, pull out certain snippets and add your branding. But if you want to craft a compelling narrative that truly engages, you'll want to put more effort into this editing stage, choosing the right snippets throughout the raw content, telling this complete story. Ideally, 2 to 3 minutes or less. Adding different visuals and music to really enhance it. For simple editing, you can look at programs like Adobe Express, Descript, or Vidio. For more advanced editing programs, you're going to be looking at Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, or DaVinci Resolve. Teaching you how to edit a customer video like this is a little outside the scope of this video. So unless you want to make video your career, I'd recommend hiring an editor. Now for the fifth and final step, optimize and track performance. You may have done steps 1 through 4 perfectly, but if you don't take the time to optimize the customer video as you add them to your marketing efforts, and you don't have a plan on how you're going to track the performance, you might be wasting your money. Here's a quick optimization checklist. Check out the cheat sheet below for more details on these though. First, create a unique version for each platform you're going to be hosting this. Your website versus LinkedIn versus Meta. You've invested in an eye-catching thumbnail graphic, so people actually want to click on it to watch it. There's a short, clear headline text that accompanies the video, explaining why they should watch it. You've added closed captioning or subtitle text. And for your website and email, you've dedicated space in your design layout. Again, see the cheat sheet below for more details on how to do each one of these steps. As for tracking performance and determining your return on investment, there are 3 things you're going to want to track. First, view rate. How many people actually click to play your video? Second, watch time. How much of the video do they watch? And third, engagement and conversions. How did the video affect your overall larger campaign goals? Each of these stats will tell you different things about what needs to be further optimized or adjusted, such as if you have poor view rate, you're going to want to fix the thumbnail and placement of the video. If you're getting a poor watch time, then you're going to want to adjust either the story outline or your editing approach. When adding to your website, I'd recommend using a dedicated video hosting platform like Wistia or Vimeo or even YouTube over just uploading to your website. This will give you those additional stats that you're going to really want to track of watch time and click-through rate. Also, it's good to realize customer videos don't live forever. You're going to want to refresh these probably every few years, but tracking these stats are going to give you the insight on what resonates with prospective buyers and what you need to fix in the future videos. All right, we've covered a lot in this video so far, and I could easily talk for an hour on each one of these 5 steps. There's so much to unpack. Now, to help with all this, we got lots of links below to more resources and actionable guides. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon to get notified when new videos are online.